Hello everyone. Hi, this is Ritika here. I am here to teach HTML basics. This is my first YouTube video and this is kind of trial as well. So, I am a front-end developer and I have good hands-on experience in HTML and all. So, I just wanted to let people get same knowledge because I have seen many people struggling for the same. Without wasting your time, I'll start from my first slide. So, let me start. So, this is my first part, which is introduction of HTML. What is HTML? I know many people know what is HTML, but still, this is just for the clarification if someone has any confusion. HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. This is also the full form. It creates documents on the web that contains text. So basically HTML is nothing, it is just the document which contains text and it is just portrayed on the browser. It is specifically meant for the structure of the web page content. As I said, it is just meant for the browser. It's like if you open any Google or any of the site, so whatever text you are reading or you are visualizing, everything everything are HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. So HTML contains tags that organize and structure text, images, forms, tables and links to other documents or web pages all across the internet. So HTML contains text, but it also contains media, which is images, videos, forms where you can fill up your details, then tables, and you have links, like if you are clicking on any link it will open to another page, which is also another kind of HTML document. Note, this is a very important thing which I have seen people have never mentioned in their tutorial, and this is what I wanted to mention. HTML is a markup language and not programming language. I have seen many people are confused about this. Even I was confused in the beginning. I know it's a markup language, but I always wanted to know what is the difference between markup language and programming language. So here now I am explaining you the difference between markup language and programming language. Markup language is used to present information. So it is just the visualization, as I said. And programming language is used to give instructions to the computer to perform a particular task. Like if we are moving our mouse like this, if we click here, in the web page, obviously, we won't get any action if we are working with HTML because that is just the text, a plain text. But if it's a programming language and we have performed any code there, if we have written any code there which is associated with the click function and we are clicking on it and some action occurs, for example if you see any alert box when you are clicking, so that is basically the code is basically the instructions that we have given to the computer, and the alert box is the action, the performance, the task. So that is a programming language, you have programmed it. So markup language is HTML, XML, XHTML. So we are learning HTML, which is obviously markup language. C, C++, Java, Python and assembly, these are all programming language, you can program there. Markup language is designed to format text and translates the raw text into structured documents, which is also known as DOM, like documents. You can see the text and many of you have worked with Microsoft Office. So what do you exactly do there? You just write text along with some images or graphics. So the exact same you are doing it in a web page. So that is a markup language. Programming language is a formal language that contains a set of instructions used to produce various kinds of output. So the alert box, which I had explained earlier in this part of video, is the output. If you are, for example, if you are giving the instruction as 2 plus 2 equals 2, that is the input, and in the output you will get 4. So that is a programming language. This is the very important part of your coding, your HTML, your web development or web designing. This concept should be clear. So now back to the HTML, the basic syntax. The syntax of HTML is made up of tags, attributes and elements. These three things are the main part of HTML. Tags. Tags are always represented by the angle brackets. It comes in the pair like this body and this another body which has this slash. So here the content, like something inside here which I have mentioned here, it's the content between the tags. This is called element. So now I'll explain you the difference between the first body which I have given and the another body with the slash. The first body is the opening tag. Like the third bullet point, you can see I have mentioned this opening tag. After that I have written a content, something inside it. Then I have given this closing tag. So this is the closing tag. We have many more types of tags which I will explain later in the video. What is attributes? Attributes provides extra information about an element and are always specified in the opening tag. For example, this. So div is the tag. Div, you can see if we don't write attribute equals to value, it will just be a normal opening tag along with the closing tag. Now in the opening tag we are writing attribute equals to value. So in place of attribute we can write anything, which is obviously a part of HTML. You cannot write randomly, but just to explain you, we are writing something and along with the equals to we are writing the value. So just for the summary, just to clear the confusion, again I am revising what we have learned previous in this video. So what is elements? The content between two tags. Attributes. The attribute equals to value or something similar to it within opening tag is called attributes. And what is tags? The body which I have mentioned, the word which is between the angle bracket is the tag. So when we will learn HTML, you will see everything, all the tags are represented with the angle brackets. Now this is also another important part of HTML, the hierarchy. It is very important to understand so that you can work with HTML. HTML tags are like nested container, like employees of the office or a family tree. Like in every family you have seen there is a grandparents, then grandparents have their children, which is parents, then again they have their children. Okay, so you can just like this you can understand. I'll explain you with the example. It is also called parent-child relationships, where the outer tag is the parent of its inner tag. For example, this body is the ancestor. Now H1 is the child of body. So here body is the parent and H1 is the child. Now we have another div. Body is the parent, div is the child, and you can understand the relationship between H1 and diff now. They are siblings because they have same parent. Now we have this P, paragraph tag. This is the child of div. So div is the parent of P and body is the grandparent of P. Now we have the strong tag. What is strong? I know you have already understood. So strong is the child of P, it is the grandchild of div, and it is the great grandchild of body. And similarly, body is the great grandparent of strong. So we are done with the HTML introduction. So in the next course, in the next video, I will come up with the next part of HTML. Thank you so much.